Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Big Brother Season 25, Episode 20.
Hey, before we get into it, make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all the above. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. So we start with everyone is on the wall.
Okay.
We're still waiting to see who's going to fall off. We get a little flashback as to what happened the morning of the eviction ceremony.
Okay.
So that morning, Sari was getting some weird vibes from Corey and Matt.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying no one's really been looking at her or talking to her. And she tells Jared to go talk to Corey and Matt just to find out, get a little intel on what's going on. So Jared confronts Matt.
Yeah.
And Jared tells Matt that Jag told him that Matt and Corey were going to be keeping Felicia and voting out Izzy. So Matt was confused because he thought this was a secret. But he thinks that Jared's telling the truth. So he says that, he thinks the house will flip that way that he doesn't get caught in a lie with Jared. So Sari and Jared is saying that, they're still planning on voting to keep Izzy. They think Jag is lying now. Matt thinks Jag is lying now. And Jared is confused as to who's lying. And they're saying that they are lying about alliances. That was all over the place.
And was it to vote Felicia and keep Izzy, or was it vote out Izzy and keep Felicia? I'm asking you off the camera. I'm asking you for clarification.
Jared said to vote out Izzy and keep Felicia.
Okay, that's the lie that Jared's going with.
Yes, that Jag told him that.
All right, let's start from the top.
Okay.
But I'm trying to see, why would Matt be mad about that?
Well, Matt was confused because he thought it was a secret that they were going to be voting Izzy out.
Oh, I thought he was mad because it was the wrong person and that like the plane got out about that or whatever it was.
The wrong person? No.
Like I thought it was like who told you Jag is a liar and things like that.
Yeah. No, it was because he was upset because Jag told him about them switching up the vote. So that's why he said, I'm just going to tell Jared he thinks the votes will flip as far as keeping Felicia, even though they said they were originally going to keep Izzy. So he said, I'm telling you the votes are going to flip so that way you don't catch me in a lie if Jag actually did come to you and tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And we are here to talk about Big Brother 25, Episode 20.
Before we get into it, make sure that y'all subscribe, like, comment, share, all the above. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We can only do that with your help. Thank you. Go ahead, Blair.
Yes. So we start off everyone on the wall doing the HOH competition. Mm-hmm. We get a flashback of what happened that morning before eliminations.
Okay.
Sari was getting a weird vibe from Corey and Matt. So she tells Jared to go and talk to Corey and Matt to find out what's going on. Something's a little off. Something's off with the plan to get Izzy out is what she's feeling.
Okay.
I mean, to keep Izzy. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Jared confronts Matt and tells him, he says that he needs to angle the question in a way to get Matt to tell him the truth.
Okay.
So he says, Jag said to me that you and Corey were thinking about keeping Felicia and voting Izzy out. Like, is that what the plan is now? So Matt is confused because he thought that plan was a secret. And Matt also doesn't want to get caught up in a lie with Jared if Jag actually did come to him saying that. So he says, the house might flip. I don't know, but it's looking that way.
Look here. First of all, Matt, you're gullible, right? You're gullible. And truth be told, that's why Jared approached you. In all of this, I don't blame Jared in any of this. I don't even blame Sari for this. The people who are to blame for this is Corey and Matt. Y'all had an alliance or whatever y'all did behind the scenes, and y'all started acting spooky. All of a sudden, y'all started acting different.
Yeah.
Because y'all found out that the alliance that you thought you was part of was fake. So now Cerise sent her minions to go do her work to basically be like, hey, find out what's going on, because I'm hearing things. My girl Izzy, I'm getting a feeling that like they just not with me.
Yeah.
Like, how are they giving me the side eye? I'm in every alliance.
Yeah.
So like I don't know why I am getting the side eye. So Jared goes in there, and of course he just goes up there and starts. He just basically doing the same thing he did when he did with Red and Cam. Mm-hmm. He just basically just whatever sticks to the wall is basically whatever the bite. So now after all that, and I'm sure you will tell us, now after Jared walks out, Matt goes and he talks to Corey, and he's like, yo man, Jag is a liar. Mm-hmm. Jag is a liar. He's a snake. And I'm just like, why don't, and maybe it's because I'm on the outside looking in. Mm-hmm. Why don't somebody go and just like ask the person, did you do this?
Yeah, verify what Jared's saying. Y'all just be straight up believing him.
But maybe because, but it's not, I don't want to view it from the place of just believing just one person. Maybe do people think like it's a game that anybody could be lying to me? So like, do they just like just take anybody's word? Because my thing is, if you do that, it can literally be the other way around too. It's a game, so you shouldn't take anybody's word. Mm-hmm. So yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So yeah, Matt is really upset. He's thinking that Jag put them out there, and that this is going to be an issue. Now so Corey, he straight up says that he thinks Jared's lying.
Of course.
They're all talking now. Apparently, Bowie Jane is in the room as well.
Bowie.
She said, do you guys need me to leave? Bowie, stay wherever you can get the most information. Don't just be walking out of rooms. Anyway, so Corey brings up the For Real Alliance and the 7 Deadly Sins Alliance. Mm-hmm. And Corey's saying, look, these are 2 alliances that you were in. Is fake. And now Jared is caught and he's confused because he was like, I thought the 7 Deadly Sins was the true alliance. And he needs to find out who's lying now. He need to get to the bottom of it. So now Jared's pissed off. So Jared lies. He's saying 7 Deadly Sins was real. For real was fake. And now Corey is upset. And he's telling him, like, you're lying. I can't believe what you're saying. Like, this is crazy. Now Jared wants to tone police Corey because he brought his tone down, even though he's been crying, arguing, yelling this whole time.
Well, that's what happens if I'm losing an argument or if you're making points. I'm going to pull out my black card. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me because you're telling the truth and you're convincing the witness and things like that. Truth be told, Jared is smart for this. He's actually a genius for this because Corey, Matt, or Corey, Jag, whatever combination you want to have, they had the right plan, but the timing was off. You have no influence. You don't. You're no one in your crew's HOH. Neither of y'all have a veto. So you do this at a time, literally, when you're about to evict one person, when there's about to be a new HOH competition, to where for one everybody participates except for the current HOH, and I'm just like, oh, when I was watching, I was like, Jared's a bad liar, but Matt's gullible. So how? It doesn't matter if I'm a good liar or a bad liar. If he just believes everything I say and then be emotional about it. First of all, you should have known by the truth that Corey told you that you shouldn't trust anything that Jared says, anything that Cerise says, anything that Felicia says, or Izzy. Corey exposed all of that for you. So Jared comes literally hours later. I don't know if it was the next day or days later, and you back to square one as if Jag flipped on you. You and Jag made an alliance. Yeah. Part of making an alliance is that not only do you got to get the person to trust you, you got to trust them. So in that moment where you were supposed to trust your partner, Matt, you didn't.
Didn't even think to ask him.
No. So you let someone who's not good at lying, right? And guess what? Cerise is smart. Cerise didn't go, because guess what? Cerise part of the alliance, quote unquote. So how come she didn't go herself to get the truth, quote unquote? No, I'm gonna send Jared just in case it blows up in his face. And of course it blew up in his face. Eventually, Cerise ends up there, and she's like, I asked you to go get information. How did this turn into a whole reveal party? Yeah. And things like that. So I'm like, in that moment, I'm like, you know what, Jared? I thought it was a bad idea, but truth be told, Corey, you should have denied. until you actually had absolute power. In my opinion. Go ahead.
Yes. So Corey does what everyone should have done, is call Jag in.
Yeah.
To talk to Jag. And he asks him, did you tell Jared that me and Corey are keeping Mama Felicia? Jag turns to Jared and said, did I tell you that? And Jared said, no.
Wow.
I was thinking, Jared, you would have been better just lying and letting it be, he said, she said type of situation. But no, he tells the truth and says, like, no. And then Corey says, well, you were just saying that he said this to you. You're lying in our faces. And he's like, you must have misunderstood me.
He said that about Matt, and then he gonna say, Corey, the reason why I told you that, and the reason why I told him that, because I wanted to see what your response was gonna be. I want to see if I could trust you.
Yeah, I want to get the real answer, and I had to angle the question in a way. But Jag is upset now because he's like, look, you put me under the bus and had me looking like I was over here exposing people's plans. Like, what are you doing?
And doing all this, Cam just sitting down, enjoying himself in his pig suit.
Yeah, just watching people go back and forth and scurrying which way. So,
go ahead.
Cerie, she walks into the room and just to listen what's going on. Apparently, Jared has started a war, and she tries to level everything out by saying, look, no one's been completely real. I mean, she even brings up the Bye Bye Bees alliance that America was in and saying, Corey, she probably didn't tell you about that, but that's because it wasn't real. We didn't have no meetings after that. And I felt like that would have been a good point.
That's tricky.
However, Cerie also says, we've got all these alliances. I don't want to be in every alliance. And Corey said, well, you know what? Anyone who's a HOH feels like they're aligned with you, Cerie, Felicia, Jared, and Izzy. So that seems like a really good position that y'all are in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That means y'all never get looked at to be on the block. That's facts.
Yeah.
But Corey, you're telling the truth. You know you're telling the truth. But you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, you need some power.
And that's why I'm like, you showed your hand just too early. Literally just hours early. Because this was the day of the eviction. It was hours before the eviction.
Yeah.
You knew at the end of the eviction that y'all was going straight into HOH. So that was the time, for one, let me see if I win HOH. You get what I'm saying? You get the votes. Do what you got to do. Still put your arms around Cerie. Still tell people act regular. You get what I'm saying? Don't cold shoulder your alliance member, things like that. But guess what? She peeked y'all. Whenever she walk in the room, y'all walk out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Y'all over there. She at the lunch table by herself. And now your plan is just a day early. And now, guess what? Now Jared is in the same position, basically in the mindset of, remember when it was when Cam first became HOH and it was time to compete for veto. Jared said, oh, I have to win veto because he's like, I got to basically deter whatever plan somebody else have and things like that. It's amazing how we on the outside is seeing Jared is so dumb and unaware, but everybody in the house they trust him.
Yeah, they believe him for some reason.
And maybe it's how he showed himself in the house of things we don't see. I don't know. Go ahead.
So we are back to the HOH competition.
Okay.
And I'm going to give y'all the drop order as far as who comes off the wall. So number 1 is Cerie.
Of course. He never wins anything.
Then it's Felicia.
Okay.
Then we've got America, Nicole, Corey, Jag. Corey and Jag, y'all really needed this. Matt, Blue, and then we've got Bowie Jane and Jared. I thought Bowie Jane could have lasted just a little bit longer because Jared was looking weak to me. But Bowie Jane is off. So Jared is HOH.
I was going for Blue. I was like, Blue gonna be my wild card. I think she's gonna win it. But once Corey fell off the wall, Corey should have held on to that wall with like his life depended on it, because
it did.
And now we know how you act when your life depends on stuff.
Yeah.
You fall to the ground. So Jared, the one that didn't or shouldn't have won HOH, now he has the power to actually do something about his lies.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That y'all called him on.
The truth don't matter if I got the power.
Say that again.
The truth don't matter if I got the power. We go with my lie.
Now Cam, he's feeling a little uneasy.
Of course.
But he's hoping that the situation with Corey and Jag in America pivots Jared's focus to them, at least for this week, so that way he can stay. Now, Sari and Jared are in the HOH room celebrating.
Of course.
And then they get to talk about strategy, and Jared's thinking Corey and America.
No, at first, what did he say first?
What did he say first?
He said, off top, Cam is my target.
Yeah, he says Cam is my target.
He said he want Cam out. Mm-hmm. So, because to him, I think he's thinking more of on the backdoor option, because he's like, I know that I can't give Cam an opportunity to compete for HOH.
Yeah, because he be winning.
Because he's gonna go for Sari. That's the plan that he said last episode. So he's like, I got to get him out.
Yeah, it's
not even about protecting my lie anymore. It's more about I gotta get him out because I know for a fact the target is Sari, and we don't have the numbers.
Right.
So this is the opportunity to where I gotta backdoor Cam.
Yeah. And he's thinking Corey and America as the ones that he'll nominate.
Yeah.
So Cam and Jared are talking. And Jared is saying that he felt that he got burnt by Cam, that he trusted him. And he said at this point he's done trusting people in the house, and the only person he trusts is Blue. So Cam says moving forward, if he doesn't touch the block this week, then he'll promise Jared and Blue safety next week.
And he said, if you also resist the urge to backdoor me. He made sure he said it all.
Yes.
He said, keep me off the block and do not backdoor me.
Right. Right.
Cam, your wishes will not be fulfilled, bruh. You about to get backdoored for real.
Well, I actually wanted to kind of comment a little bit on strategy of how Jared could play this if he could talk a little less, because he'd be talking a whole lot. I actually was talking to my dad about this after I watched this. And we were saying that, say that Cam wins the HOH. I mean, the veto competition.
Cam wins the veto competition.
Or someone wins the veto competition and the nominations stay the same. Jared still had the intention of putting Cam up, but because he wasn't given the opportunity to put Cam up, he can spin it to say, you see how I took care of you this week? So you need to, keep me in mind for next week, me and Blue.
Yeah, but that only works if Cam actually stays true to his word. If Cam don't stay true, listen here. We are at the point of the game where, listen, we all lying.
Yeah.
And I think here's the reason why I don't agree with that plan, even though it's a good plan.
I mean, if you don't get the opportunity, then just make it seem like, I was looking out for you.
You are hoping, and that's my problem with big brother planning. You're leaving it up to chance. And like, for example, only way that works is if you said Cam have to compete in the veto.
But I said Cam or anyone who doesn't change the noms.
Okay. So my thing is, let's say Cam, for one, he's not nominated, right? But Cam already knows that that backdoor may, like, he brought up backdoor to Jared.
Yeah.
Now, question. Veto means he can't be on the block at all. Meaning, like, a veto stops the backdoor.
Right.
So if Cam, the only way that works is if Cam is not picked to play for veto. I feel like if Cam is picked to play for veto, he's going to fight for his life. Just off the mere fact that he told Jared, like, hey.
But that doesn't mean Cam's deal goes away just because he wins the veto.
What do you mean? Because
Cam made the deal. If I'm not backdoored and if I don't go on the block, then I'll keep you and Blue safe.
But okay.
But that shouldn't be contingent on if Cam wins a veto or if nominations don't change. You didn't touch the block. You weren't backdoored, regardless of how it played out. Well, so I should be safe for this next week.
I wasn't backdoored because I won the veto. Dude, you get what I'm saying?
So you think he won't stay? He won't hold up to his word?
No,
if he wins the veto?
because
I think he would.
I saved myself, right? The only way that works is if Cam don't compete and things like that. If Cam don't compete and you basically relying on Corey or America to take themselves off the block, and then if Jared still don't put Cam up, then you could be like, okay, he really kept his word. But at the same time,
I'm saying Jared still has a leg up to where he could spin it that way.
Yes, but the reason why I feel like he don't is because Cam said it. Cam said all the above. He said, if you keep me off the block and don't backdoor me. Mm-hmm. Like, I think he already have an idea that, like, yo, once Corey already exposed the plan and stuff like that of last episode, basically saying, like, yo, you basically been talking to the enemy. So now Cam is like, hey, man, if you just save me and don't backdoor me. That sentence is very clear to me because I'm like, he knows that he can't trust Jared.
Yeah.
But he's just playing nice and trying to do anything just in case he don't compete for the veto. But if Cam is in that veto, Cam is going to fight for his life for that veto because that's the only way that guarantees his safety. Mm-hmm. Other than that, he is gone. Mm. He is well, I want to say Corey and America will win a competition and take themselves off, but I don't know.
I don't see that happening.
I really don't know because America haven't really won any competition since the first one, and Corey, I don't really see it. I think if they don't take, if the only way that Cam is not backdoored is if neither of them wins, and that way the nominations stay the same. And Corey, I think you be the one gone, buddy.
Yeah.
I think you be the one gone. But that goes back to my point of why I don't like how people strategize for Big Brother. People take advantage, in my opinion, of trying to play 2 steps ahead instead of going for the shot that's given to you. You can't live for the next day. So in my opinion, I feel like, you know how he said, Cam last episode said, I'm going to go for the vice president first and then I'm going to go for the president. This could have been a total different game if you would have got Sari out.
Yeah.
Jared probably wouldn't even had the self-awareness to go talk to Matt. You get what I'm saying? And that changes everything. That means that potentially you still could be on the low. Corey finds out and things like that. They have the number and one by one they could be picking y'all off. You just don't know. So I'm like, I wouldn't do that trust that idea that you and your father. I mean, not you.
But it's not an idea.
But I don't.
It's just the way things play out.
I don't think.
And use it to your benefit.
I think Cam is lying about keeping his word because Jared lied to him already and he found out Jared lied to him about Red and things like that.
Possibly.
And the alliances. I think he's just trying to save his behind for this week so he can continue on his plan to get his mama out. And guess what? That's a good lie. That's a good lie. More than coming here saying Jag said, who is still in the house, who I could go ask. You get what I'm saying? Like you should have said, you should have came up with something more genius. But if I was Cam, I would say the same lie. And if Jared is actually a fool to believe me, his mama and him is on the block.
Yeah.
The next week.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we didn't tell you all the nominations.
Okay.
So they are Corey and America.
Oh my goodness.
So
Corey was like, hey, America, I ain't say your name that much, so I don't think you really gonna be in that much danger.
But we know y'all hang out, like y'all always together.
Is Corey anybody? Now it's personal. I'm going for you and your girl.
Yep.
And I'm like, Corey, if you just had to wait one competition later to do this, and now it's like, it is what it is now. It is what it is. Anything else?
That is all.
Y'all be good, man. We will be back with the next 2 episodes of Big Brother. Y'all be good.
Bye.